everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how I drew this realistic dog using black pencil with the simplest technique, and I'm going to giving you a lot of tips on how to render things like a pro. So if you're new to my channel and like to see drawing tutorials every single week, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified on my future videos. You can see the list of all of the materials that I'm using throughout this tutorial, so you don't miss out any of them. So let's jump in the tutorial. Firstly, I used a graphite pencil to create a basic sketch outline. I included the dog's main feature as well. Remember to keep it nice and light so that it's easier to erase any mistake. This is an interesting part of the video, so don't miss out. Before going into the shading, I'll first cover up all of the dog highlighted area indent with a wood tool or any construction nail. This technique is called indenting technique, to pop up the highlighted area by creating the depth on the paper with an indent tool. Here I don't have any indent tool, so I'm using this construction nail in the replacement of indent tool. So this technique is amazing for creating a realistic highlights in your drawing. Please let me know in the comment box that what techniques do you use in your drawings for creating an highlights. So the first thing I'm doing here is working on the dog's eye using these codes. I'm using a reference photo here, especially when you're doing realism. You really want to make sure that you're using reference photo, so that will be very accurate in drawing realistically. So as we are done with the detail in the pupil and corner and the waterline, stuff like that, so it's all really vibrant for the dog's eye. I'm using 6B pencil for the detail around the dog's eye, as I have already applied the indenting technique around the eye area for creating minor details to really make it pop. Here I'm adding more detail underneath the eye using a circular motion with a slight pressure of black pencil. Okay, now it's time to add some base layer around the eye area. So for this purpose, I'm using here 9B pencil, and if you are a beginner, you can use 4B pencil instead of 9B. So now blending out the shade with the blending stump. So here I'm dotting the areas around the eye with the black pencil and blending these these outlines with the blending stump to get a smooth, blurry result. As you can see that the eye area is almost done with complete detail and texture. Now it's time to add a base layer shading over the dog face and then blend it out with the blending stump to get a smooth result. As you can see that the whole face is covered with layer of shading. So here I am drawing some small lines and shorter pencil strokes because the fur is shorter around the eye and the fur is going in a few different directions. So it's important to keep looking at your reference photo for every single act that you are doing. Make sure that you are using your reference photo as an inspiration by carrying your own unique way of drawing. So, don't copy, just follow the reference as an inspiration because the contrast between your artwork and your reference determines your creativity. So stick to your creativity and to produce more art. Now I'm repeating the same strokes to make the second layer of shorter fur just to build the tone accurate. As you can see that the fur is flowing in a different direction. So I'm using here small lines again to just build at the pressure for the darkest areas. Now blend them out with the blending stump. So now I'm carrying on with the ear. The dog's ear has so many tiny details, so I am firstly going to draw the visible detail with the black pencil and let all of the highlighted parts remain the same to really make it look more realistic. As I always say, when you draw something realistic and when you want to achieve that realistic target, you need to increase your focus more on the minor details to get the desired results. As you can see that I am adding detail in the dog ear and these details are very irregular. So you need to be a good observer to create these details. now I am going to work on the nose. Before going to structure and shadow the nose, I wanted to show you guys that I have already indented the base layer with the indent tool just to create the textured of the highlighted areas. So now all I want to go in first and build up the shadow areas with the black pencil to get in all of the main structure of the nose. So I used the black pencil with a bit more pressure on the darkest areas, and then the area that are not dark, I just used a light layer so that you would know the difference between the darkest shadow and the lighter shade. The highlighted areas I left completely so it remains white and looks more brighter. So now moving on to the mouth area, which has again so many details and skin textured, so follow along with me. As you can see that I have created the texture around the mouth with the black pencil by leaving the white areas. So now I am blending them with the blending stump to get a smooth finish. areas. Here I'm using Jelly Roll Pen to just pop up some brighter highlights by following the reference photo. texture of skin by balancing the contrast. Contrast is key to making any drawing pop and stand out. This means you need to include a range of different values in your drawing to stop it looking flat. Drawing skin includes wrinkles, folds, overlay skin, and so on. So I'm following here the reference photo by creating these overlay folded skin with the help of black pencil to create a darker values. this baby foot, first I'm going to draw some darker areas where you need to add some darker values. And then I'm going to create some shorter hairs in the downward direction. As you can see that these hairs are very tiny and irregular, so draw it carefully. Also, I'm building up some depth in between the joint of the fingers so it will look more popping up and realistic. After that, I really want to make sure that every detail is perfectly blended with the blending stump. time to draw the paper illusion as the dog is ripping through the paper. Well, it's an extra part of the drawing, but it's really fun doing this. So keep tweaking things until you are happy with them. A realistic dog drawing is almost completed, but now I'm doing some final touch-ups and little detail for making it smoothly perfect. So here is the final drawing for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the learning experience of how to draw the realistic dog. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. Do tell me in the comment box below what next do you want me to draw. See you next week. Bye bye.